whistle cried through the iron spine. Ghosts in the coal dust spun a twisted rhyme. Lanterns flicker in a rusted embrace, where saints trade their sins for a crooked grace. I've seen the preacher drink from a cracked chalice, swearing salvation's just a ghost in the palace. His words bleed shadows on the chapel floor, and the broken bells toll forevermore. Ride the midnight gospel on rusted rails, where the sinners drown in forgotten tales. The hymn of the lost, a whispered wail in the echo of steel and the thunder's hail. Beneath the stars that never shine, I carve your name in the blackened pine. The smoke curls like a lover's sigh in a hymn that's sung when the night runs dry. Stars that never shine, I carve your name in the blackened pine. The smoke curls like a lover's sigh in a hymn that's sung when the night runs dry. So take my hand through the ash and flame, where the past and the present call your name. The midnight never fails. Smoke trails wind through the canyon's breath, where whispers gather like secrets of death. A broken lantern swings on a rusted chain, lighting the path where I lose and gain. Your shadow flickers on a distant hill, a silent promise that time can't kill. The night hums low like a forgotten prayer, and I chase the silence hanging in the air. Smoke trails and broken lanterns guide me home, through tangled roots and fields unknown. I carry the weight of 1,000 years, and the song of a love soaked in tears. The wind's a stranger that calls my name, with memories wild as untamed flame. In the dark where the lost souls roam, I find my peace in the unknown. So I follow smoke trails and broken light, through endless shadows and the quiet night. With every step, I'm closer to where your heart waits for me in the midnight air. Smoke trails and broken lanterns guide me home, through tangled roots and fields unknown. I carry the weight of 1,000 years and the song of a love soaked in tears. The wind's a stranger that calls my name, with memories wild as untamed flame. And in the dark where the lost souls roam, I find my peace in the unknown. In the midnight air. Left like a lantern tossed in the stream, flickering low in a rust-colored dream. The fence line sighs when your boots don't pass, and the field forgets in a sea of grass. Your name lives on in the birch trees bend, where the bark peels slow like it's shed in the end. And I wait in the hush where the old songs sleep, where the porch still creaks like a heart too deep. I lit a light for the path you chose, hung it high where the wild sage grows. But love ain't a flame, it's the shadow it throws. And I was the moth who stayed too close. Now I wander through nights that forget what they're worth, with a lantern dim and my hands in the earth. The river don't speak, but it carries the sound of all the goodbyes we never wrote down. And I whisper to stars like they knew your face, each one burning out in a different place. Time don't heal, it just hides the scar, like a mirror cracked behind the bar. smoke from a preacher's breath. In a town that forgot how to mourn its death, I met a rattlesnake preaching salvation in the dark, telling sinners to pray with a venomous heart. The wind carried secrets through a cracked out spire, where shadows danced on an old barbed wire. Your silhouette burned in the flicker of flames, a ghost in the pews whispering no one's name. In the last rattlesnake sermon, the sky ripped apart, and I held your memory like a broken heart. There's salvation in poison and mercy in sin, but the devil's the preacher when the prayers wear thin. Well, I walked through the fire with my hands tied low, searching for heaven where no rivers flow. The sermon ended with a whispered goodbye, and the rattlesnake smiled with a cold, dark eye. So I'll carry your shadow through the dust and the thorn, in the church of the lost, where the night is born. The last rattlesnake sermon still echoes inside, a hymn for the broken, a place to hide. So I'll carry your shadow through the dust and the thorn, in the church of the lost, where the night is born. The last rattlesnake sermon still echoes inside, a hymn for the broken, a place to hide. There's a hymning in the hush of a field gone gold, where the wind writes letters that never get old. I walked where your laughter once kissed the ride, now it echoes soft in the wings of the sky. Your boots left stories the rain didn't wash, still stitched in the soil, quiet and awash. The crows don't call like they did last June, just a hush between breaths and a slow, sad tune. And I still sow stars into night's loose hymn, trying to mend what I lost back then. No train ever came, but I stood in the rain, reading your name in the thread of the plain. And I don't need a rose when I carry your light, a lantern of memory, soft but bright. Home's not a place, it's a hush, it's a flame, it's a whisper of you when the wild grass came. So I'll keep on stitching the dusk to the dawn, with the thread of the love that hasn't moved on. Though time blows like weed through an unspoken pain, just a hush, it's a flame. It's a whisper of you when the wild grass came. Past the split rail fences where the thistle dares to grow, lives a man who keeps the hours that the world forgot below. He winds a clock made out of stone, it ticks and crows and rain. Says time don't pass, it circles back, wearing different names. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. His roof is made of calendar leaves that fall but never die. He catches echoes in a jar, then throws them to the sky. Children climb to hear his tales of mornings left behind, of a train that only runs for those who've lost their sense of time. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. I asked him once what time it was. He smiled and shook his head. It's always now or never, boy, depends on what you said. So when the clocks all break and the bells don't chime, look up that hill and you might find a man still humming quiet and proud, keeping hours inside the clouds. At dusk with a lantern low, down roads where no one dares to go, not looking for folks or their remains. He's calling out the window panes. In every house the wind forgot, he hums to glass grown cold with rot. Not for ghosts or souls long gone, but for the light that once lived on. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time, when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. He windowsill. Some held grief and some held grace, but all held faces time erased. Folks say he lost a child one fall to fever and a silent hall. Since then he roams where light once stayed, and sings for what won't be remade. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time, when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song and flame, feel the glass, remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song and flame, feel the glass, remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. There's a trail behind the cornfield where the fireflies won't go, and the owl speaks in riddles only midnight riders know. I've seen shadows kiss the hayloft like a ghost that wants to stay, while the moon once rode a mare down the hills of yesterday. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. There's a lantern made of amber in the cabin by the stream. It burns with all the names I've lost and ones I dared to dream. I drank silence from a tin cup carved with crooked truth, and I bury all my questions in the orchard of my youth. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest rivers still call somewhere home. So I'll hum beneath the pine wind where the dusk like gold swayed, till the moon rides back that mare through the dream we never made. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest rivers still call some chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play. Since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. There's a track behind the orchard fence where the weeds grow thick and dense. No train's been seen for 50 years, but still you hear it when doubt draws near. Folks say it rides on iron and loss, fueled by names the mind forgot. If you feel hollow, thin as flame, you might just hear it call your name. It don't stop for fame or gold. It don't care if you're young or old. It only comes through silent towns when your memories start breaking down. And if you bored, you best beware. It may take you where you ain't there. I met a girl in '89, said she heard that engine whine. She wrote her name in dirt and cried, watched the whistle steal the sky. They say the engineer's got no face, just a coat stitched out of grace. And every soul he picks to ride leaves behind a name they hide. It don't stop for fame or gold. It don't care if you're young or old. It only comes through silent towns when your memories start breaking down. And if you're bored, you best beware. It may take you where you ain't there. So keep your name in ink and ash. Speak it slow, make each breath last. 'Cause there's a train that no one claims, and it only runs on fading names. He walks by scenting shifting wind through weeds so tall it hides his sin. His eyes are glass, but truth is sound. He hears the roots beneath the ground. He speaks to stones and rusty gates, tells stories time disintegrates. Says I don't need no map or flame, I chase the paths that have no name. Where no one's foot has fallen, no names carved in the dust. Where silence sings in cedar and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot, like the scent of rain on gravel or the warmth in something lost. He kissed a girl in Arkansas who dreamed in shades he never saw. But when she begged for roots and rings, he vanished with the blackbird's wings. He says the world's too full of doors that open to the lives we wore, but I want one that ever cared. Where no one's foot has fallen, no names carved in the dust, where silence sings in cedar and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot, like the scent of rain on gravel or the warmth in something lost. He kissed a girl in Arkansas who dreamed in shades he never saw. But when she begged for roots and rings, he vanished with the blackbird's wings. He says the world's too full of doors that open to the lives we wore, but I want one that swings on air to somewhere no one's ever cared. Cane on stone, or smell wild mint where none has grown, he's passed you by, still searching slow for places no eyes ever known. Tucked in wool by a shaking hand, he whispered soon like it was planned. Gunsmoke first, not me, not yet. Now I'm just a promise he never met. He dreamed of dusk and firelight, of ash that danced in whiskey night. But the duel came fast, the aim was true, and all that's left is smoke I never knew. I'm the cigar that never lit, born for fire but died unbit. No spark, no draw, no ghost to chase, just silence tucked in a blood-stained place. They mourned his name with grit and spit, but none knew me, the one he'd quit. The coat got sold in El Paso sun. I stayed in line and thread undone. A preacher found me, sniffed and swore, said he almost made it to one smoke more. You think death's loud, but it comes real small, like breath that stops before the call, like firewood stacked but never burned, like roads that twist and never turned. So raise a glass for the one who fell, but save a flame for the ash that dwells. Not every story ends in grit, some die quiet, like a cigar that never lit. Struck my last at 2:14. The barn was still, the world unseen. She touched my frame, then walked away, Now I am just the hour that stayed. The mice have made their peace with me, nestled inside where the gear should be. The hay is gold, the sky turns gray, but I still wait for yesterday. Tick I don't, and talk I won't. She wound me once, but now she don't. Time moved on like a rusted blade, but I remain the hour that stayed. She used to dance in the amber dust, boots in rhythm, heart in trust. Now only silence calls my name, no seconds left to count her flame. A rooster cried where her shadow lay, but shadows don't rewind the day. My hands are still, the nails have frayed. No one mourns the hour that stayed. So if you hear a silence chime, it's not the end, it's not the time. It's me alone and lost decay, forever just the hour that stayed. Tick I don't, and talk I won't. She wound me once, but now she don't. Time moved on like a rusted blade, but I remain the hour that stayed. Pews are cracked and the hymn book's mold. The bell fell silent, the altar cold. No footstep here in 40 moons, just wine that hums forgotten tunes. But me, I burn though no one stays, a wick of memory lost in haze. They lit me once for love or sin, now I'm the ghost that lives within. I'm the last candle still burning slow, while saints turn dust and prayers don't show. I light the dark where nothing pleads, a flame without a name or need. I wasn't meant to last this long, but sorrow ain't good at moving on. She wept here once, wore a veil like snow, whispered to God, then let him go. He wore a suit, hands rough with dirt, they promise forever before the hurt. The stained glass eyes in broken red, sunlight leaking from the dead. Still I flicker, tired but true, burning for a love that never knew. in a jar of rust, buried it deep where the barn beams dust. Your boots by the door like a prayer half true. The wheat don't cry, but I do. Crow sang sharp on the fence at dawn, like it knew where the light had gone. You kissed me once like the sky turns blue, then you left like morning dew. And I rake the field with hands gone numb, counting miles where love don't come. The scarecrow stares like it always knew. The wheat don't cry, but I do. Smoke still hangs where your fire died, ash in the cup where your lips once lied. Your song's a ghost on the fiddle's hue. The wheat don't cry, but I do. So lay me down where the wild roots chew, beneath the storms that once were you. If silence grows, I'll grow there too. The wheat don't cry, but I do. Once she stood with her hand on my pain, steam from her breath, whispering rain. He'd ride up slow through the copper dust, with eyes like promises dressed in rust. They danced in rooms I couldn't touch, but I held their echoes soft and much. And then one left and one looked through, but I was glass, what could I do? Now I face the fields alone, watching time in broken tone. The curtains fray like years undone. I'm just a window facing no one. Birds don't land like they used to try, and even the storm don't ask me why. Once I framed a life so wide, now I frame the wind that won't decide. She came back once, boots full of grief, touched my seal like turning a leaf, but she saw her face and turned away. Some mirrors ain't meant to stay, so let the house fall, let wood turn gray, let dust be hymns for yesterday. If love looks in, it's already gone. I'm just a window facing no one. Between the silent pines and open roads, we walk with hearts too wild to hold. Your whisper rode on a restless breeze, like secrets sung by ancient trees. The sun dipped low behind the hills, where time stood still and the world was still. You took my hand, no need for vows, just two lost souls beneath the clouds. Silent pines and open roads, where love is the wind that never slows. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky. The night wrapped us in its velvet cloak, with stars like sparks the darkness spoke. We chased the dawn on a fleeting trail, a timeless dance, a whispered tale. No promise made, no promise broken, just hearts in silence, softly spoken. Through every mile, through every storm, you are my wild, my quiet form. Silent pines and open roads, where love is the wind that never slows. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky. The night wrapped us in its velvet cloak, with stars like sparks the darkness spoke. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky. There's a gate that groans when the wind runs through, and a coat on the post that still smells like you. The weed leans west like it's leaning back to the echo of boots on a sun-cracked track. You sowed your laugh in the rose last spring. Now the crows fly low and they never sing. I talk to the sky, but it don't reply, just hangs there quiet while the swallows fly. Love don't fade, it just turns to land, to dust on my palms and bark on my hand. I still feel you in the breath of rye, in the hush of the field you left behind. The fence is broken where we carved the year. Your name's still there, but the lines ain't clear. I mend what I can, let the rest decay. Some things like hearts rot slow that way. They ask why I stay where the thunder moans, where ghosts grow tall among the stones. The roots don't run from the pain they knew, and neither do I. love don't fade, it just shifts its shape to the song of dusk or the way leaves break. I still hear you when the stars unwind in the hush of the field you left behind. The hollow calls in a language old, where roots wear stories like threads of gold. Your voice, a river beneath the stone, flowing soft through marrow and bone. We dance with ghosts in the twilight scene, chasing echoes that dissolve like dream. No fire to warm, no song to sing, just the silent pull of a tethered string. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep. Your touch was thunder, light and slow. A tremor felt where the wild things grow. I planted hope in the cracks of time, watched it bloom in the cold sublime. Underneath the stars that never sleep, we sowed our hearts in the furrows deep. And if the world forgets our track, the hollow's voice will whisper back. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep. Beneath the sky, where the wild winds whisper, we carved our names on a broken twister. The grass bends low like it knows our truth, dancing soft with the pulse of youth. Your eyes were stars caught in twilight's fold, a story the night and the dawn never told. We chased the sun till the river ran dry, and held our breath as the mountainside, where the wild winds whisper, love runs free, like the call of the hawk or the drift of the sea. No fences or chains, just the open blue. I found my heart where I found you. The fireflies blink in a secret code, guiding our steps on this winding road. Every shadow and leaf, every stone and pine is a part of the story where you are mine. Let the world spin wild, let the storm roll in. Our love's the calm that lies deep within. In the hush of the night, in the breath of the dawn, I'm yours forever, though the years move on. Where the wild winds whisper, our souls entwine in the heart of the earth.